Yellow everyone, Yellow here, and we are back with some Space Rangers 2 Rise of the Dominators action. Don't ask me where the action came from. Basically, we're continuing just from where we left off. We completed our initialization process, chose our race, chose our class, chose what weapons, what equipment we have, our skills, and the difficulty level, and we went through the basic introduction of everything. Now we're going to be taking the Rookie Pilot navigation course, navigation, shooting, handling cargo, and conducting trade course, because it's going to lead you through it, it's going to lead me through it, and you get good stuff from it. If you skip it, you miss out on all the good stuff you get from it. So, I'm a rookie pilot, and I would like to familiarize myself with the new equipment. We are happy to provide you with all the knowledge a ranger needs. Your first mission will be a simple one. Take off from the ranger center, and land on your home planet, Pt.2. I think I'll know how to get there. I came from there after all. An experienced instructor will be waiting for you at the Trace spaceport. Very good, I'm on my way. Cool, that's my ship, right there. So we have the heads-up display basically at the bottom. That's the main menu. Nothing new. Continue, save, load, help, settings, exit. Pretty standard. Then at the bottom here on the taskbar, fuel tank worn out, engine worn out, geez. We have like little tooltips for things that we need to do, or tooltips of information. For example, we have assets outside the ship. These are always there, you can't get rid of them unless you don't have anything outside the ship, like stored on planets. We have the equipment we chose, and these are hints. This is a hint, an ordinary hint. It can be deleted by right-click. Yep. To take off from a planet, we'll go to Hangar H and command takeoff, F. Yep. Hangars are used to repair the hull and refuel. And take off. And we have a mission. Report to an instructor on the planet, Pt.2, and complete a training course. Cool, but we're not going to do that. But first of all, we're going to take a look at the right-hand side of the taskbar, or HUD. And here is the display you get for a planet or ranger center or any other center, basically. Basically, it gives you the various options for that center. Ranger centers are notorious for being node drop-off points. Nodes are things you can get to get other cool stuff, but I guess too much information. Marketplace, we can buy stuff, we can sell stuff. We don't have anything to sell yet, so we can't sell anything. Equipment store, my favorite place. I like this. Here you can basically look at what there is, what you can buy, and the little level is indicated by, first of all, the letter on the bottom here, and it's also indicated by the little bars on the side. Now they have two characteristics. Well, three, I guess. If you look at this little display here, at the bottom of that little tooltip, on the left, there is 33 cubes. That is the amount of space it takes. And then there's the cost of it, of course. And at the top of that tooltip, just under that red ship, you'll see a little blue bar. That is the amount of health that object has. I'll show you in a moment why that's important. So if we have a look at our ship, this is our ship, our hull, fuel tank, engine, weapon, scanner, radar, and gripper. So you see how the little blue bar underneath them is depleted and partly in the red already? That means they're heavily damaged and they need to be repaired. It doesn't affect it until it's completely destroyed, but if it's completely destroyed, then it doesn't function, which is very annoying, especially for an engine and fuel tank. So, let's take a look at what we have. Luckily, we chose to have some engines and weapons. Maybe we should have chosen a tank as well. Jeez. Though the first fuel tank that gives you is pretty good. So we have a weapon that we can equip. Let's go and equip it right there. And we have an engine that is fully fixed, unlike this one, and it's also faster. So let's compare. This one allows for a top speed of 400 units and a hyper jump range of 17 parsecs. And it takes up 60 space, 60 cubes. I don't know what I'll call it. I'll probably call it 60 cubes. This one, on the other hand, only takes 40 cubes of space, and allows for a top speed of 120 more, that's decent, and a hyper jump range of 26. That's 9 parsecs more. That's huge. So basically there's no question we're going with the Singularity drive rather than the diving engine. These are really nice throwbacks though, because these are the final 2 engines from the previous game, Space Rangers 1. They were the top tech, so this would have been like dark tech technologies, which is the final tier, the best you can get. And here it's just like the worst. Well, second worst. Let's repair this up. We can do repairs here. We can just do a full repairs, but we don't really want to do that because, oh man, that is a very good laser. Jeez, oh my goodness. That's something new. Usually the weapons they give you right off the bat are ridiculously huge. Like, they take up 30 or 40 space, sometimes even more than that. Yeah, this is a radar that takes up 60 cubes. Is badonkers. That's just crazy. Just no, we're gonna probably get rid of it right away. We're gonna buy something right here. Gripper. The radar allows you to see a certain radius around your ship and like look at objects. Identify them at least. Fuel tank, don't need to explain. Engine, hopefully don't need to explain either. Weapons, we can fire them now. Here we have available. So a hull has similar characteristics to equipment, but instead of cubes being space taken, it's actually the space it has. And they've also added in this new Rise of the Dominators expansion, that you have damage susceptibility to different types of weapons. But this is a standard hull, blocks one incoming damage. Hull durability 370, that is also the size of the hull. So we have 148 cubes of space left. Now, the gripper and the radar, probably gonna have to go. So we're gonna have a look in the machine shop, in the equipment shop. They've also added a very interesting aspect to guns that you can actually, pardon me, add modifications to them. For example, the Javiator for this fragmentation cannon, modified for precision targeting for repair droids. So basically it targets the repair droids and has a chance to stop the repair droid from repairing a ship. The enemy's repair droid, that is. But it requires 1 scanner power for that to happen. Quite useful, but also kinda annoying if you can't scan for one. If your scanner is just one short and you have to go through the procedure of unequipping the weapon, checking the ship, then re-equipping. That's not the worst though. We're here for a gripper, and we're here for a radar. These are terrible. Let me just tell you that much. So we're gonna not bother with that. Actually, no, we don't want to buy anything here. We're gonna get that in the mission. So, we're gonna go to the hangar, and we're gonna take off. The graphics of this game are not amazing, but they're pretty good. Take a look at that. Just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So we've got more tooltips, learn to control the camera, yep. Green cursor, done that already. Double click on it. I've deactivated this function because it's super annoying if you accidentally double click. So, here's another ship. We can't click on it, or can't scan it because we don't have a scanner, we only have a radar. If you have a scanner that is higher than their defense value, which is their shield generator, you can scan the ship and see what's inside it. Like particular values, like how strong their cannons are, what their hull is at, and everything like that. But that's a Faean warship. Where are we going? Report to an instructor on planet Pt.2. Pt.2 should be the middle planet, which is this one right here. The middle planet is usually the biggest one. Not the biggest one, but the most populated one. But yeah, this is basically space, so you have the green indicating your next turn, the green dots indicating where you'll go next turn, orange indicating where you'll go after that, with the bigger orange dots indicating the end of each turn. So if we press space, we'll go there. If we press space again, we can pause, and the turn will stop at its end, the current turn. We can also just press the button at the bottom right. So in the top right we also have a mini-map. As you can see, that little green circle, well, that green circle is our scanner radius, radar radius, sorry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a diving engine. That is alcohol. We are going to pick that up. I'm sorry, we are going to be delayed by this. But, dang. Wait. This is just random stuff in space. We can't not pick it up. We don't have enough. Okay, so we just picked up boxes. This is our cargo hold, cargo bay as it says. Our gripper can pick up objects that take up to 40 units of space with a radius of 100 units. So that radius is that little blue circle that we see when we hover over an item that is in space. That little blue circle around our ship on the right. That's our picking up radius. That engine there is 80 squares of space, 80 cubes of space, so we can't pick it up. That is an asteroid. They can crash into you and do damage, and if you shoot them down, you can usually get minerals, and sometimes planets will either reimburse you for defending their planet from asteroids or tell you, what the hell are you doing? You're littering in space, man. We were hit by an asteroid shower because of you. Anyway, we are on Pt.2. Speak with the government, click on the government menu. That is this menu right here. And we're going to click it. Welcome Cadet Galleon. Jellian. We'll go Jellian. I'll be your instructor, and that's why everybody calls me. And that's what everybody calls me. Instructor. Very instructive. We will start with a simple mission. You must learn the basics of trade. There are cheap meds for sale at the Iodine Medical Space Station, while planet Umis is being ravaged by an epidemic, so their produce is buying up meds in large quantities. Buy low, sell high. Help the needy and make a pretty penny while you're at it. Then report back here. Commencing with my mission, sir. Instructor, sir. Yes. Cool. And that is a quest completed sound. We're done with that. We can right-click it to set it away. Now, since I know how this goes... Since I already know how this goes, I'm going to be emptying my hull right now of things we don't need, and we're already selling and making money from things we picked up in space, mind you. So that's a pure profit. We don't even pay for the fuel, because fuel is not required for just system travel. It's inter-system travel that fuel is needed for. So, let's check out the shop here, actually, the equipment shop. That's a very good gripper. That's much better than my one, and more than less than half the size. Yeah, that's also not so bad. But I can actually afford this. Oh, that radar is horrible. That's a huge radar. You can get radars as small as 15 units easily, and that's almost 60. Yeah, it's better than the one I currently have, but it's not less heavy. So we don't want to even bother with that. Droids, too big. We really don't need them right now. A gripper is something that is potentially very, very useful. So I'm going to sell this. I know this could be against my better judgment. So, we've done that. Let's go. We need to go to the Iodine Medical Center. Damn, we're far away. But at least we're traveling at a somewhat alright speed. We're traveling at a speed... What's our name? What's our type? Huckster. Oh. Ha! Okay, this is our first firing practice thing. Well, unofficial. So this is the firing range. We can go for single weapons. Firing range right there. Or we can go for just everything. Fire at that. The various circles denote the ranges that the weapons have. So let's take a look if we can... Yeah, I mean, we might as well just collect it as well. Boom. We've done something. Incoming message from Planet Umas. What have you done, Get Jelly? Here we go. These guys are unhappy with it. You just showed down an asteroid of great scientific significance. Our scientists have been observing it for the longest time, and we were even preparing an expedition to study its surface. And then you went and destroyed multiple years of research in one fell swoop. Whoops. They still have an excellent attitude towards me, as you can see from that little tooltip. Race, Faean's population, that is in millions, by the way. Economic, agricultural regime, democracy, attitude, excellent. Cool. Oh. Alright, I didn't cook the gripper. that would make sense. So, it's just too big. This can pick up units up to 50 cubes in size at a radius of 110. That is 74. We're not picking that up. I'm gonna go like this, so that we can pick up these two, and then on the way to the medical center we can pick up that one. Let's go. Oh man, I know where we're going hunting after this. Nope, actually we're gonna go hunting right now. That's 2 turns away. These first quests don't really have that much of a time limit, but I think if you don't complete them within a month or 2, they burn out, so you can't do them again. Can't do them anymore, you fail them, and that's it. You don't get any further quests after the training type after that. Now you can't land right after picking in the same turn as you pick up an item, because you slow down when you pick something up. We still have a maximum speed of 520, but we just picked up an item, so we slow down for that turn. Anyway, dear Jillian, we're happy to welcome you at our medical base. We have information that you've arrived to purchase a batch of medications for planet Umis, which is currently suffering from an epidemic. Visit our trade center to procure everything you need. Cool. Pretty self-explanatory. Nice thing about trade centers. Okay, cool. Go to trade center, click on that, which is that's this little recycling icon basically. Trade center is divided into 2 parts. On the left is a list of available goods, and on the right is a list of the goods you have on board. I'm not going to sell these minerals here, though I could and make a nice penny for it, but I'd look at the tooltip at the bottom on the toolbar, quote unquote. It's best to not sell them for anything less than 12. Yeah, we picked them up in space, but the standard price they have here is they want to buy it for pretty cheap. Okay, let's take a standard look in the engine shop. There are a lot of new technologies and a couple of new hulls that I'm not quite familiar with, which came with the expanded universe of Rise of the Dominators. Well, what is it called? It's called something else. I'm pretty sure it's called something else. Oh, a War Apart. A War Apart, that's the one. My bad. Rise of the Dominators is the other one without the pirate faction. So new technologies have come about. Group arrangement, what is called Charisma skill minus 2, jeez. We don't want anything here, so we're just gonna go. Nice thing about stations is also that they don't have any inhibitions. So some places will not allow you to sell weapons, most places don't allow you to sell narcotics, drugs as they're more commonly called. Some places actually forbid you from selling technology, because in the Malok worlds, those are outlawed. Luxury is outlawed. Not technology, luxury. It's like forbidden. You're not allowed to have pretty things. We're a warrior race. How could you? Okay, now note. My maximum speed is now 519. That is because we're kind of over encumbered a bit. We're going to finish the training missions, hopefully, and then I'll possibly start showing the more specific characteristics of how to play this. This is going to be a very long playthrough. Be prepared. So, let's sell this thing here. See, look at the tooltip. Medical supplies, purchase for 24 credits, sell for 54. Super efficient. I'm selling Planet Umis. Just making sure. Planet Umis? Yes. Okay. We're selling these right here. Yeah, see, alcohol is forbidden for sale on this planet. You can try to sell it if you have it, and buying it is also legal. But it's not going to be good for your relations with it. After a couple of sales, or a very large sale, the planet will lower its attitudes toward you. So right now it's excellent, then it's going to be good, then it's going to be neutral, and then it's going to be bad, or something like that, and after that it's going to be hostile. Hostile is not good, because they send warships after you. We don't really want any of these. We don't need weapons right now, what am I talking about? So, we go back to Pt.2. In the meantime, I can start going through some of the more subtle points of the game. A lot of it is about relations with other races. And one of your bigger incomes at the start of the game especially is quests. So you want to have as many good relations with other planets as possible. I still have not even gone into the galaxy system, but we'll get to that all in due time. So let's go to the government, ask them what they do. A fine ranger needs fine training, Jellian. Now you've learned the basics of trade. It is now time for more difficult missions. We've placed a training asteroid in outer space. Your mission is to take off, seek out and destroy the target, then collect all of the scattered minerals and sell them at our trade center when you get back. Get to it. Engaging target instructor, sir. Cool. So basically we're going to be doing target practice. And we're going to get money for it. Well, in the form of minerals. To approach an asteroid, this is a training asteroid. Might as well start aiming now. We can go into the weapons menu, which is this little button here on the very right of the left button display. Pick a weapon. Yeah, different hulls. Oh, is this gonna be that guy? Wow. Excuse me, what? What just happened? Did this asteroid just start flying? I'm not familiar with this mechanic. What just happened? This asteroid started flying away. Why would it do this? What's going on? I have no idea. Little tooltip. Glory to the Galactic Council. Under its leadership, the regional system in Sector Denver has been freed from prior control. All liberators who have destroyed at least one enemy ship are invited to attend an award ceremony on planet Keinaha. What? Ranger Jellian, terminate your mission immediately. Report to the government building for additional instructions. What just happened? What just happened? I'm not familiar with this. This is new for me as well, so, we're in this together. Please accept our apologies for this unpleasant incident, Ranger. We hope that the sight of an asteroid fleeing from your fire won't have a lasting effect on your psyche. It might. It might. You blue four-headed bastard. Pardon me, you didn't hear anything? Those scientists from the research station can never remember to warn us when they're testing new technologies in space. As you saw today, they were conducting field tests of a new cloaking device which disguises the ship as a harmless piece of rock. Oh. Wow. That's pretty cool. I like this. Harmless? Pfft. Try getting hit by an asteroid, then we'll talk. Keep training your mobility and you won't have anything to fear from asteroids. By the way, while we're talking, a real dummy asteroid has been sent into orbit for you. Unless you've changed your mind about becoming a ranger, you may get back to your mission. Let's hope we avoid surprises this time around. Very good, I'm on my way. Well done. Good thing to note. Watch the taskbar. Toolbar thing. Basically, make sure you know what's happening. A lot of things will happen, and not all of them will stay on there forever. For example, some conversations and tips about conversations. Yeah, you can see conversations between other ships. There, so like pirates will say, "You surrender me this money," and then that trade ship will say, "No, I will not. Go to hell." And then when they barter from barter, and the trade ship gets almost destroyed, and he's like, "Okay, fine, take the money." End of turn. immediate proximity. Basically, to pick stuff up, you have to be close to it. Open the ship window, close the ship window. Yeah, basically, make sure that your equipment is capable of doing what you want it to do before you ask it to do stuff. Standard stuff for me, but I guess it could use more explaining. If you ever play this game yourself, go through this training exercise for the first time. It'll teach you a lot, and it will give you a lot to start off with. You could consider it's kind of cheap. So let's sell it. Damn. We sell lots. Excellent, Cadet. You have done an outstanding job with that mission. Now you can sell the minerals you've bought. Way ahead of you, buddy. Now you can sell the minerals you've collected at our trade center. Thus, without so much as a dime to your name, you can earn yourself a small fortune. But let's see how you handle the next mission. So your new objective is to make a hyperjump to the Pollux system and land on planet Okinobard. I'm not calling that bad, Okinobard. There you will need to refuel and follow the instructions of my colleague from the local government. Very good, I guess I'm on my way. Before we go there, we're going to be doing military training soon. No, we don't really want anything. Do we need to fix anything up? Fine, repair that. It's not such a bad laser. It takes up only 21 space, which for a weapon is pretty good, with a minimum for that. For this weapon type, a minimum is 15 cubes of space, so 21 is not that bad, compared to, 40, 60. It's pretty decent. So let's get going. Now I can finally show you the galaxy system. So, as you may notice in the top right corner of the with the mini-map right there, this is one system, one solar system. Well, one star system, I guess you could say, because the solar system is actually in here somewhere. In the Cargon sector, actually. This is the galaxy. Now, you are equipped with a map of 4 sectors to start off with. You can gradually get more from governments by buying the map of their surrounding sectors. Now, Arkabe is currently under attack, as you can see from that little double sword, cross sword icon. And it has one inhabited... what do you call it? Yeah, one inhabited planet. Populated planet, that's what I'm looking for. And one pirate base called Peppers. And it has 2 other uninhabited planets that you can explore with probes later. We're currently in Atlas. Right, where do we need to jump? To the Pollux system. Right next to us. Oh. Okay, this is actually somebody else talking to us. Delani Olian, the little diplomat that was just flying around. Greetings, Faean Ranger Jellian. We have someone here on board, Delani Olian, who wants to talk to you. Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. Let us praise our Lord, creator of all our worlds. Glory, glory. Brothers and sisters, today I'm going to tell you about the creation of the first Faeans. The tale, of the creation of reason. The Lord hath created the first being of organic molecules, which there had been in abundance. And the Lord said, live! And the creature came to life. And the Lord said, think! And the creature started thinking and became intelligent. And then the Lord got distracted and forgot what he had just said, so he repeated, think! And the creature started thinking twice as hard. And the Lord called the creature a man and named him I Am. But I was bored being alone, so then the Lord took samples of Ayam's bone tissue and internal liquids and created a woman, named her Fever. And so Ayam and Fever lived on, but alas, their life together was not peaceful, riddled with scientific disputes and mandatory hair-pulling, and never-ending competitions over whose IQ was higher. And the Lord hath grown wrathful, and so in some mysterious but certainly non-surgical way he up and joined Ayam and Fever into one creature, and named it Fae, and he hath then stripped the creature of all body hair, just in case. Thus Fae hath begotten Faeans, males and females embodied into a cyclical creature. Let us praise our Creator, God Almighty. Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. Oh, this is amazing. I'm sorry, I'm going to reach back, get my phone, and take a photo of that. I could take a screenshot, but I honestly want to get this on my phone, so I can show other people. Oh, this is why I like Space Rangers. The amount of amazing pearls in this game, like this one here, is just amazing. This is wonderful. This is why I play this game. In the Russian version, there were a lot of references to Russian folklore and also just Russian culture in general, just like movies, sci-fi and stuff like that. There was a lot of good references. There were a lot of good references, and the translation team has done an amazing thing with this game. So let's take a look. We can actually do the ruler to measure how much our journey will be, jumping from system to system. Or we can just do single jumps. We can also remove last report here. So we're going to go to the Pollux system. And we can click this button here to jump to Pollux. Now, we can't just jump from anywhere. That is Delani Olian, by the way, that wonderful, wonderful preacher of scientific knowledge and Lord Hallelujah. So we can't just jump from the middle of the system. We actually have to go to the edge of the system to jump. Because, well, let's be reasonable. Hyper jumps. Yo, you don't make a black hole in the middle of the system. It's not a black hole, but still, it's just the way things are done, okay? Just go with it. So we're gonna jump to the system, and I think we're actually gonna call it there for this episode. Probably gonna split it up into shorter chunks. Try and see with that. Oh, we just missed a meteorite. That was good. Gonna stop here. We'll continue on in the next series, next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Yellow out.